what the human mind does not understand, it mystifies. Imagine traveling back in time to AD 01, when the Roman Empire was still in existence, with a fighter jet just arriving on the horizon above ancient Rome, gliding down, then targeting the royal castle and begin to bomb. They automatically assume that either Zeus or Ares has come down to cleanse the world of humans. Why? They just assume this has to be God. Why? Because they don't understand the mechanics of the fighter jet. They don't understand how science can advance to that level. It is mysterious at that point, so they just naturally attribute it to God. And it is quite unfortunate that a lot of times this same mindset has been mystified and spiritualized in a only religious context. What the human mind does not understand, it mystifies. So you see an hardworking Christian, an hardworking man struggle so hard to try to build some level of financial stability, some level of financial freedom in life. But regardless of his hard work, regardless of his diligence, regardless of how hard he tries, he's unable to amount to much. Then you see somebody elsewhere who doesn't do seemingly as much, who doesn't work seemingly as hard as he works, who just several things just aligns and his life turns around, and he just believes that, see, in this life, it's not about how hard you work, it is God. Meanwhile, he's unaware that this person has access to certain information. He is utilizing certain principles of leverage, but he is unaware of principles, unaware of information. All he sees is that this person's result is mysterious. I don't understand it, so it has to be God. This is why you hear a lot of, it's only God that can give a man this kind of result. God does not make any man rich. From the beginning of the world, God has never made anyone rich. The poor and the rich meet together. God is the maker of them all, not the maker of them so. It is not God that made one rich and another poor. God has kept the resources for enriching your cause on earth. It is now your ability to understand how to utilize those resources and how to work with the principle of wealth creation to bring about your wealth. God has rested on the seventh day. After the seventh day, God did not stand up to do any work, including to make anybody rich. And before God rested, he simply created a law of order in the universe. And as long as the earth continues, seed time and harvest. What that simply means is that to get this kind of results, there has to be this kind of input. Harvest, but before harvest, seed time. So all of the results you see in this world today are not miraculous occurrence. They are usually an harvest for a seed. This world is governed by principles, not by miracles. Things really happen by miracles. I am not negating the law of miracle, because the law of miracle is still part of the law of the supernatural that also applies on earth. But most of the results of men that you see are results of principles.